Hello, welcome to Yellow Door Urban Homestead. I am Asia and I'm an urban gardener growing on about 154 square feet of bed space in my backyard. Today I'm out, it has been raining. It feels like for 2 weeks, but I'm out in the garden because there are a few things that are falling over. These are bachelor's buttons, I think. They were falling over in all of the rain, so I'm out here staking them today. But I figured we would talk about the things that I use in my garden. And so last week I talked about starting a garden. It's about time for that in most zones. And so I figured I would tell you what I use. I try to be as economical as possible, but then there are things that I want and I buy them. But if you are wanting to get started and you don't want to spend a lot of money on it, you don't have to spend a lot of money to garden. These bamboo stakes, I get them from Lowe's. They come in a pack of maybe 10 and they're like, I think maybe $4. And so I stake a lot of my things, especially the things that I grow in bags. I stake them with these stakes. And so for this instance, I have yarn left from when I used to crochet. I used to really love to crochet. So I'm gonna use one stake, grab the plant, tie it loosely to stake the plant. There are all kinds of fancy clips that you can buy to stake your plants, and I'm not against them. I just don't buy them because there's other options for me to stake my plants. Let's talk about sourcing cheap or free garden beds. These cinder blocks were free to me. I got them off of Facebook Marketplace. I'm always scouring Facebook Marketplace to see what people are trying to give away because you can get good things off of there. I also am a part of free Facebook groups, like where people are just trying to get rid of things. And so I got these from Facebook Marketplace and they were free to me. They just wanted them off of their property. And so when you're talking about starting your garden bed, also remember, like I said last week, you can do no dig. You can put cardboard down, put some soil or compost on top of it, and you have a garden bed. All kind of things like galvanized garden beds, and they are beautiful. I love them. I just at this point don't have any because it was easier and cheaper for me to start garden beds the way that I did. I grow a lot in bags. I grow potatoes in bags, tomatoes, and peppers in bags. And you can grow most vegetables in bags. And so the bags that I have came from Amazon. They are 12 in a pack. They are 7-gallon bags and they were about $26 to purchase. And so I have about 60 bags out here. I did not purchase all 60 bags at once because reality is that's not very economical unless you have a huge garden budget. 60 bags at this point in my backyard to grow all different types of vegetables. These are awesome for you to be able to grow a bunch of different varieties when you don't have a lot of space. I also like them because they can be moved. There's a shed right behind you, which has my lawnmower and things in it. So if I needed to, I could move these bags in order to maneuver other things in my smaller backyard. I kind of set them up this year so that we wouldn't have to do that. My son is not a fan of that, but you have that option. And so I got these from Amazon and I will put a link below. I actually applied for an affiliate link, so I will put everything that I get from Amazon in that affiliate link in case you are interested in purchasing it. You can see behind me the arched trellis. This is a cattle panel and I got that from Tractor Supply. They are about $37 or $40. I'm not really sure, and the price keeps fluctuating because of the economy, I assume. But they are wonderful. So they are worth the money, in my opinion. So even with me trying to be economical in my gardening, I think they're worth the money because I'm able to grow up. So I have more space to grow in my small space, and they're very sturdy and they're tough. They're gonna last me several years, I am sure of that. The upfront investment or cost for them is definitely worth it. Just like I said with the bags, I did not buy them all at one time. I think Bertha is saying good morning to you all. I purchased some last year and I purchased some this year. Not exactly sure how many I purchased in each year. Also, you can cut them to size. It's a little bit of work, but you can cut them to size for whatever space you need them to fit into. And so I think they are very much worth it. The T-post you can also get from Tractor Supply, that's holding them up. And you can also get them from Lowe's or Home Depot. So that's what I'm using to trellis most things in the garden. The other thing is the lights. And so you definitely don't need lights in your backyard garden. I just wanted them. It gives a whole different ambiance at night. And someone asked if I would show them, and I will. I will do that tonight. Hopefully there was enough sun or light because they are they're solar powered. So I got those from Amazon as well. I do not remember the price. See, they are fairy lights, and so at night they are really pretty. I will give you a quick, make sure you remember. There is a piece of the lights that is in plastic, and so I thought, oh, they're gonna light up too. They do not. So when you're putting them up, just make sure you don't, if you want lights in a spot, don't put the plastic portion up there because it doesn't light up. So in case you are thinking about growing under cover, so in the winter, I do cover a lot of my vegetables. This is conduit, and I got it from Lowe's, and I cut it. There's a little cutter that you can use to make it the size that you want. So this is just conduit, electrical conduit, I believe, that I cut into, I believe, 2-foot pieces, and I pushed them down into the ground. And then I put PVC pipe over these each year, and I cover with plastic. I got the PVC pipe and the 6 mil plastic from Lowe's, and so that's a pretty economical way to cover your garden in the winter. So the plastic was about $99. The PVC pipe I think was maybe $6, and the conduit I am not sure how much that was, but you can do a quick YouTube search. I did buy all of this at once because I wanted to be able to cover all 3 of the raised beds in the winter. So I'm standing in my greenhouse. It is a little makeshift or non-permanent greenhouse, and I got that from Amazon. It was about $80, maybe, something like that. I have had to cover it, buy a new plastic cover this year. I got it last year, and so I had to buy a plastic cover. But if you're in a small space, the structure itself is holding up well. The plastic, not so much. But if you're in a small space, this is a great option, honestly. I am very happy that I have it. You know me, I am not the seedling lover. I don't like taking care of them for a very long time inside the house. And so when I'm able to, when the weather is good enough, being able to bring them outside and still have some type of cover, it's awesome. So let's talk about like seed trays. Seed trays can be expensive, and there are seed trays that will last you for a long time. I have not purchased them because I'm probably not going to. But these are trays from the Dollar Tree. So they're $1.25 at this point. But these are gonna last me for a little while too. Of course, they're gonna start bending in different things like that, but they still work. So here are some seedlings that I have left over. This tray is from last year for sure. You can tell that it's from last year. It's a little bent up, but it does work. These little pots from the Dollar Tree. I use the pots from the Dollar Tree. I don't remember how many come in a pack, but it's $1.25. So if it's more than one, you got a good deal. And they've lasted. I've been using those since last year as well. I didn't buy any more of the pots from the garden tree from the Dollar Tree this year. Another thing that I use when I'm doing my seedlings is red Solo cups. Super cheap option. You can get a big pack of red Solo cups for what, $6-7, if that, I don't know. But I use them from year to year too. Sometimes they will break, so you throw them away, you get some more, but works just fine for me. And we cannot forget, if you purchase anything from a nursery, Lowe's, wherever, keep the pots, because when you want to grow something else, you could save yourself even having to purchase bags if you save these. Also, at Lowe's, make sure you ask or pay attention to your surroundings, because a lot of Lowe's, and Home Depot probably does it too, if they have plants that died and they had to get rid of them or whatever, they'll let you take the pots for free. Last year, I was in Lowe's when the young lady was clearing out the plants that had died. And I asked her, what do you do with those pots? And she was like, we throw them away. And I was like, can I have some? And she was like, yeah. So she literally just let me go through her big trash can thing. It wasn't a trash can. I definitely wasn't trash diving. But she let me take them. And I got a lot. I got hanging baskets. I got a lot of things just because the plants didn't survive and Lowe's was throwing them away. So if you are new here, you may not know, I do collect rainwater. And so this is just a tote. I definitely need a new one. This is just a tote that you can get from any store, Walmart, Target, Lowe's, wherever, probably Amazon. And I save water in it. Just took the bottom of the spout off. Over here, that same roll of plastic that I got to cover the beds is what I'm using to kind of insulate or hold in my compost. And the compost pile is just T-post. The middle portion is chicken fencing, but then there is just regular like fencing around the outside. If you want to compost, very simple way to do it. There are all types of compost turners or bins, or you can also do it with pallets, but that seemed like more work than I was willing to do. So yeah, that is how I keep my water and how I compost. And then with the water, there are also plastic bins on the other side of the garden. There are all kind of fancy ways to keep your water. As long as you are keeping water, if that's what you want to do, it doesn't matter how you do it. Those are plastic trash cans that I purchased. I did purchase them all at once, only because it was also a barrier for my dog. To wrap things up, these are the things that I use in my garden. These are the things that I feel like it would be good for other people who are starting out in garden to know. Gardening does not have to be expensive. Gardening does not have to be all the frills and the thrills, although they are very nice. You can start a garden where you are with what you have, or for pretty minimal money, and be able to grow food for you, your family, your friends, whoever you are growing for. And you can do this on a budget with a little bit of money. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share if you enjoyed this video. I am also over on Instagram at Miss Asia Spratley, and I post about the garden pretty much every day over there. I also started TikTok this morning at Miss Asia Spratley as well. So if you want to go and see me over there, that would be cool too. I'm gonna link everything that we talked about today in the comments below. Also, leave some comments about what you do to economically garden. I feel like, sometimes we see all of the fancy things and we want them because they look nice. They're appealing to the eye. But there are people out there who aren't as caring about that. And it would be nice for us to maybe leave them some options to garden on a budget. Have a good day. Bye.